This is Ready, Set Reiki, a podcast about Reiki and all energy work, from the curious beginner to the seasoned master teacher, welcoming all systems, all lineages, and all levels. Reiki is a journey and not a destination. And on this Ready, Set Reiki journey, I refer to myself as a guide. So I'm Tracy C. Wright, and this is Ready, Set Reiki. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Tracy C. Wright here, and let's begin our journey today. So, what an honor it is to have my guest here today. Her name is Kathleen A. Hearn. Now, she is a coach supporting neurodivergent adults in their 20s and into their 40s to reconnect with their authentic selves and create lives aligned with their strengths and values. Now, drawing on somatic practices, energy work, writing, and nervous system awareness, she offers a safe, transformative space for growth. Now, after self diagnosing with ADHD in her 20s, Kathleen realized that she has been comforting to external expectations and conforming to them. Embracing her neurodivergence, she now helps others move through executive dysfunction, imposter syndrome, fear based belief, and overwhelmed with compassion and practical tools. Her work empowers clients to unmask, gain clarity, and build confidence while aligning body, mind, and spirit. Now, she believes every person deserves gentle support and a space to be fully seen. And her mission is to help neurodivergent individuals move from disconnection to authenticity and from self doubt to a joyful life on their own terms. Welcome, Kathleen, to Ready, Set, Reiki.
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction, Tracy. Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. So can't wait to get this journey started. This is a really important topic to talk about. As many more people seem to be getting diagnosed with neurodivergence. As a teacher, I was teaching in the 90s, and we're seeing way many more now. And it's great that people are finally getting answers that maybe thought something was wrong as they were getting older, and now they're able to have this as a resource to really know what's kind of going on. So let's begin by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I am a nurse coach. So I've been a nurse for, wow, 9 years now. Can't believe it. And I have been on my nurse coach journey unofficially since maybe 2020, but officially I've been doing this for about, wow, I think it's been a year already. And so it's been a process. It's been a lot of unlearning and learning things. I originally found out about nurse coaching when I went to a conference by one of my North Stars of Nursing. Her name's Dr. Jean Watson, and her theory of human caring has been a guiding force in my practice. In addition to, you know, having the caring moment between a nurse and their patient, she also embraces the metaphysical phenomena of spirit, source, and anything. And that kind of really like, wow, like I can be a medical professional and embrace my other interests like Reiki and chakras and everything in between. And it really felt good that this is something that I can do. Um, so I did my nurse certification course last year, and I've been just slowly but surely just building up myself and really doing what I do with joyful purpose. And I've been enjoying it. There have been setbacks, but it's nothing I can't handle.
Right. So the Reiki. So did Reiki find you, or did you find Reiki? When did it come into your life?
It's hard to say because I first experienced it actually at a conference for one of Dr. Watson's one of her theories. I think it was like upstate New York. I begged my mother, Mom, can we go, please? It'll be really fun. It'll be really cool. Let's go. So we went. And that was where I had my first Reiki session. It was a group Reiki circle. And it was just, God bless her. It was just one practitioner. And I think there was like 20 of us in there. So God bless. But Um, I felt so rejuvenated, and like even just talking about it's just like getting tingles, and like I'm re-experiencing that. And even afterwards, because like I like my rocks, I like my crystals, and they allowed us to take like a crystal that called to us. So I actually still have that crystal from that day as a reminder of what, again, like as a nurse, like what we can do. Like it's not, I don't have to be this or that. I can be a nurse and a Reiki practitioner.
Right, right. I love it. I love it. It's always good to have someone in the medical profession be in Reiki as well. It's just such a wonderful modality to walk alongside the medical profession. So, as you've been learning about Reiki, as you've experienced it, what are some of the misconceptions that you find about Reiki?
I think the most thing that I've come across is it's just a bunch of woo woo. It doesn't actually work,
Mm,
right? And I get and then and also like, oh, you're a nurse and you like do this. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I do. And so the way I like to explain it is, like when you see a windmill, or if you see like just leaves, trees blowing in the wind, like you don't see it, but you can feel it. I'm sorry, no, you can see it, you can feel it, but you don't actually see the wind itself. You see how it affects other things. So the energy that we channel for our Reiki sessions, you might feel it a different way. You might not feel it. I had a couple people say, I didn't feel anything. I'm like, that's okay. Just pay attention over the next couple days, see if anything has shifted, even just a little bit, because the energy works the way it wants to. And be receptive, be open, and just let it happen.
beautiful. So you are out there helping individuals help move past these dysfunctions and imposter syndrome, fear-based belief, and helping them to gain clarity and build confidence. So as you're helping others with their challenges or struggles, what has been the biggest challenge or struggle that you faced in your own healing journey?
I think one of the more difficult things is the the slow lane is the fast lane, right? It's not just like, for example, if you're studying for a test, you can't just read a book, memorize, and then pass your test. There's no test to pass. It's, can you integrate what you are learning? Like with uh, if you do therapy, if you go to therapy, if you use other modalities, if you have a coach, it's not the, here we're gonna sit down and I'm gonna teach you and then you're gonna memorize it and then congratulations, here's your certificate of, yay, I have healed from my trauma. It's a lot of integration. It doesn't work as fast as we would like it, and we still need to kind of come back to the teachings that we have received and just continue um, showing up for the lessons that come up in life and choosing differently than what we may have done in the past, and choosing to handle a situation differently because of the new knowledge that you have.
Beautiful. Well, having this new knowledge that you have, when you look back at your journey, what do you wish your younger self knew about Reiki?
I think just to allow and breathe. Um, and it's, everything will happen the way it is supposed to happen. You can't brute force yourself into healing, right? Because I can only speak for myself. I am an instant gratification type person.
Mhm.
So I have, over the past, even just the past year alone, I've been slowing down and telling myself, it's okay. You will get everything you need in perfect timing. It's And the more you try to kind of grip it, the more it's just going to fall out in between your fingers.
Right.
So just do what you can, don't do more, and just trust the universe will give you what you need at the perfect time.
Oh, absolutely. Several years ago, I had listened to a businesswoman and she had said, come from a place of yes, say yes. So I started saying yes to everything. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is too much. And now, now several years in, it's these things that you are manifesting, and all of a sudden they're all arriving, right? In the same week or the same month. And it's the
Oh yeah.
idea of idea of like, hold on, right? The idea of slowing down a little bit and trusting that the universe is what is meant for you will come your way. So just have that faith in it. But it was, man, that probably wasn't the best advice to give me because I was saying yes instead of just like, okay, I need to be a little bit selective here, not only for, just myself, self-care, right? Saying yes to everything is exhausting, right? There's only
Yeah.
one of me. And I'm like, I need to clone myself.
Yeah, and then I think that's the other thing is listen to yourself, listen to your body. Like even just 2 years ago, I wasn't really that in tune with with my body and my energy and how I'm actually feeling. So I, like you, I would continue to say yes to
Mhm,
everything because of course I want to be there for everybody, but then I forget to be there for myself.
mhm, mhm.
And then as I would get more in tune with my body. I would do more frequent check-ins. Like, how am I actually feeling? Like, you know what? I'm kind of tired. I don't think I can go
Mhm.
to this thing today.
Right,
So,
right, right.
and just being knowledgeable of your own signals of overwhelm or like, yeah, I'm good, or just being in tune with that also is. My younger self would also have greatly benefited from that, and to actually not just be in tune, but actually follow through.
Right, right. And I heard last week, I was listening to this master teacher, and she was explaining that, think about it, some of these healers, they don't live that long, and she means, under 70 years old because they were just making themselves so accessible that they got physically sick. And so you don't want to be a gatekeeper, with people, but being selective actually helps you as well, right? With your energy, that you're not saying yes to everything. And that kind of really hit me. It's like, wow, like when you think about it, as Dr. Zui passed from a stroke, and then you look at Madame Takata, who was selective in her process, and she lived to be 80. Um,
Yeah.
so, when it is time for you to get an energetic tune up, what are some qualities that you look for in a Reiki practitioner?
I actually have only gotten a Reiki tune-up from 2 people.
Okay.
And one of them I went to her for, gosh, I think like a year or 2. But she was a referral from one of my friends, and when I met her, we just kind of like we kind of met on that same like vibration wave. Like we were
Hmm.
just so in tune with each other, and like I just felt so safe. I felt like she was listening to me. She allowed me to express how I was feeling in a non-judgmental space. And there were other, besides the Reiki, she also did aromatherapy. So she would, if I was feeling like I needed to pick me up, she would give me some orange scent along with, um, my session, or I would tell her how I was feeling the day before, and then the incense that she burned that
Mm,
day, she would tailor it to my, what I said, how I was feeling the day before. So it was a very individualized, very personal. And I also I like to talk when we're done. So I appreciate she actually like let me stay and like we just talked. Um, and also because I saw her so often, she knew, like, she would know me. She would get to know me. Like, so I got cold during my session, so she'd always like lop on an extra blanket for me, because no matter, even if it was in the middle of the summertime, I would just get so cold. My fingers and toes would just be freezing by the time we were done. So I really like that she got to know me. But then I moved, so I couldn't
Yeah.
see her as often anymore. So the second person that I got a tune up from, same thing. We just happened to meet at our local store, and just we like clicked immediately. And then I told her I was looking for a someone to give me a tune up, and she's like, "Well, I'm a Reiki practitioner." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest day ever!" So, and when I went to her, I felt like I got like the royal spa treatment. Like, we did
Mm.
sound healing, candle dressing, intentions, and like I think I was there for way longer than I should have been. But just having that comforting, safe energy, and being able to kind of help me pinpoint what I needed to focus on for the session helped a lot. And both of them also provided me with resources after the session and say, "Hey, your heart chakra was blocked, like a lot. Like, it was blocked a lot. So go meditate on love, get some rose quartz, maybe have some rose water." And that was just a very nice touch as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, what advice would you give someone who's just entering this spiritual work?
Trust the process. There is no right, there is no wrong, there is only what feels good to you. And if you feel like you're doing it wrong, uh, try different things until you feel like it feels good to you. Because I usually do distance Reiki because I don't have my own space right now.
Mhm,
So I was trying to figure out how to feel comfortable doing Reiki on a person who's actually not here.
mhm,
And some people, they use proxies, like they use
mhm,
like teddy bears. I'm like, I don't want to use a teddy bear.
mhm.
Or they have like a printout of like a piece of paper. I'm like, I don't want to use a paper. So I actually got this beautiful a body map where, if I can I show it to you? And it's so funny because my cat loves it. Every time I put it, I have to shut the door,
Sure.
because every time I put it out, she will come and sit on the heart chakra, which is so funny.
Mhm.
I've done it 3 times with this mat, and she always sits on the heart chakra. It's so funny. But now I usually have to close the door now when I get this out, because she'll just interrupt me. But, so now, when I do distance, I have this beautiful map
Hmm.
where it has all of the chakras points on it, some meridian points. Also has the knees,
Wow.
feet,
So
and then
it's like
also,
a size of a massage table, healing table.
yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then there's also like, so what happened, the concept of this map by Allison Francis, and there's also, to do the back, there's also a little spine piece to
Very
it.
nice. Very
And the all the chakra symbols came to her in a dream. So she had a spiritual artist create them. So, and because they're not like the traditional, the Sanskrit,
sure.
which is neat. And I loved it. I love this. So I use it when I have my sessions now, and it's been a good visual for me, and a good proxy that works for me, to use it. But yeah, just find what works for you, and if it doesn't feel good, just change it, because you can. This is your practice. This
Mhm.
is how you want to offer your spiritual gifts to the people that you serve. So if it's not in alignment with you, then don't do it that way.
Beautiful. Great advice. So, are there any books that you recommend?
Yes, I actually remember to get them. Um, So I haven't finished this yet, but so far it's been lovely. It's Reiki for Life by Penelope Quest.
Beautiful.
And so that one is it's kind of it is for levels 1, 2, and 3.
Hmm.
I'm only attuned to level 2 right now, but all of the guidance in here is pretty uh it's developed, and it kind of, I like that she includes diagrams and charts in here, but it's a good, like, not textbook, but it's a good comprehensive guide
Hmm.
to Reiki. And this one was recommended to me by my Reiki master who attuned to
Hmm.
me. So let's see, what else did I bring? Also have The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. And this one, I liked it a lot because it's a lot. It's the same message of trusting the process, trusting the universe, and instead of and really taking a look at yourself and where your actions, where your thoughts comes from, and does it come out of fear or does it come from a place of love?
Mm.
And sometimes things that I thought were coming from a place of love, it was actually coming from a place of fear. Because, like, for example, like fear of, like, I want being vulnerable. So I would people please. I would do actions that don't necessarily align with me because I want to be liked. I don't want someone to not like me. But then, after reading this, it's no, I want to do things because I love myself, because I want to um, be loved. And in order to attract that, I should love myself. And let's see, what else did I bring? I also brought, this one was a recent read. Actually, it's called Live What You Love. This goes into, it's actually creative feng shui, which I've never heard of, but it is taking the core tenets of feng shui and their energy map, their magic map, and kind of placing where your energetic needs are, like what fits for you, where you would like it. And I think it's a good creative book to see where your energy flows and where do you want it to go. So, and then this last one is I like the goddess Bridget. So this is Molly Remmer's Sacred Flame, a 30-day devotional. So I should have been done with this already, but I'm on day 21. I skipped a few days, but I just enjoy having a uh, meditation for the goddess Bridget every day to meditate on, to reflect on, or maybe on those low energy days, just read it and just have her words with me for that moment. Yeah, so those are books that I recommend.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So, what other services or modalities do you offer? Do you offer, um, classes? Do you do events, trainings?
Sure. So I have been trying to do workshops for right now it's breathwork workshops. I am trying to do a live one. I'm going to try to do live and virtual on May 22nd. I had one um, workshop last month where, again, it was breath work with the theme of self-love. And then this month will be a different theme. I haven't quite thought of what theme that'll be yet, but it's I'm hoping it's going to be third. I still have to make sure I get the place, but this month definitely going to have a workshop, whether it's virtual or it'll be live or both. Um, and I still work my day job from 9 to 5. So I do healing sessions where I'll do Reiki with someone, breath work with someone. I also am finishing a somatic EMDR course, so soon I'll be able to offer that modality as well. And I am developing a coaching program. And lost my train of thought. Developing a 3-month coaching program. I'm doing market research, so I'd love to. Well, we'll save that for later, but I'm doing market research for that as well. What else am I doing? Yeah, that's pretty much, and nope, that's pretty much it right now. I am trying to do blog posts, slow coming, but that's also something that I like to do.
Beautiful. So where can we find you if someone wants to book a session with you?
So if someone wants to book a session with me, you can go to my website, hearthandforgehealing.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Hearth and Forge Healing, as well as LinkedIn. You can also find me on Facebook at my personal Kathleen Ahern, or again, my Facebook page, Hearth and Forge Healing.
All right, beautiful. Well, that ends the first part of our journey, and I'm going to continue on with you with questions from social media and from Reiki students. So here we go. Number one, how do you explain energy work to someone who is neurodivergent?
So I find that most neurodivergent people, they're very like visual, or they
Mhm.
like the descriptives. So I'll explain energy work as, it's all around us. It's in the food we eat. It's in the heat that we feel from flames. It's everywhere. And the energy that we work with as Reiki practitioners, it comes from the universe. This is a pure love, and we are the funnels, we are the channels, and we bring this energy directly to from the source to the client. And this is a gentle form of healing. I don't have to touch you. And again, this is why I also offer the virtual Reiki services, because we don't have to be present, because the energy can be sent over time, it can be sent over space, and it can be sent in the present, the past, the future, and it works the way it does. So it's very gentle, and there is nothing forceful about it. The energy will go where it needs to. Again, just trust the process, and drink lots of water when we're done, because uh, uh, after, but I can only go off myself. After my Reiki sessions, I feel like I want to drink a gallon of water, because
Mhm.
sometimes there's a lot of energy that moves,
Right.
and where energy moves, you're working. So it's always good to stay hydrated afterwards.
Very good. Number two. Now, I have been attempting to respect this individual's unique flow who I am living with, who is neurodivergent. So, a little history with that
Mhm.
information, and understanding that they need to conserve their energy. Why do you think energy conservation is so important to a neurodivergent individual?
Again, I think it goes back to, where do we want it to go. It goes back to, again, like we said before, saying yes to everything.
Mhm.
If we say yes to something, that's a piece of our energy that goes out. We Energy conservation also, to me, it also means boundaries. It means taking, like, sort of like an inventory of how you're feeling, and being in tune with your body, knowing how much energy you have, knowing how much battery you got left is important. Because once you deplete your battery, that's it. You're gonna go to bed, or your body will do something to say, "Hey, I am done." So energy conversation is important, so that you have the energy to do the things that you like, to do the things that bring you joy. And we, of course, we want to make people around us happy. We want to make sure that they know that they're loved and that they're cared for. But it's important for yourself, especially as a neurodivergent individual, to give yourself that care, give yourself that love, charge your own battery, as a way of telling yourself, like, hey, I love me, I love myself.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, sometimes there's just days where it's just a little too much. Like, I got up this morning, I taught a kid Reiki training, which was several hours, and then went off to the DMV, and then a phone
That's
call
already
happened. Right.
it's
DMV,
already
right?
it's already
And
draining.
right, and then you already have that experience, and then, like, the got a text message about, "I have a house I'm selling in Pennsylvania," and something happened with that, and I was trying to deal with that, and I got off the phone after dealing with the water company because it was a pipe, and I
No.
just felt so like, it was just, this is like, I could feel it. It's just too much, and I pulled over in my Jeep, and I just placed my hands over my heart and started to give myself Reiki. I started to pray because I could feel it in my body. Like, this is just enough, because it was one thing after another, one glitch, one thing. And it was just like, my goodness. So it's a
Mhm.
wonderful tool to have. A few years ago, I would have come home. I would have gotten grumpy with my husband, right? I would have just been awful to deal with. But I knew, like, okay, I need a moment here.
Absolutely.
So that's how it comes to be of service. You're a better person, and then you start liking yourself. I'm like, oh, I'm really not liking myself right now.
Yeah, and yeah, and even just being aware of like, hey, like I don't like who I am right now,
Mhm,
and then you kind of um visualize, or like, I guess, do a little mini manifestation of
mhm.
like, how do I want to show up? How do I want to
Yeah.
be here
Mhm,
today? And yeah, because recently I don't even remember what, I was just grumpy. It was just one of those days
mhm.
where my energy was just down in the dumps. And my husband noticed like immediately, and God bless him, like he was very patient with me. And then he finds it, why are you giving me the cold shoulder today? And I'm like, I am trying really hard. I'm having, something's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but I'm trying really hard not to take it out on you.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
because you are not the problem. I
Yeah.
still have no idea what the problem was, but I didn't want to be unpleasant. So, but once, he realized, he's okay, I'm here for you. I'm like, great. So then I took some time to myself, gave myself love, gave myself Reiki.
Mhm.
Still didn't feel great, but I felt better.
Sure.
But it's sometimes you just need a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I needed it today.
It sounds
So
frustrating.
yeah, well, I got through it. It's okay. But it just shows you the growth, how I've evolved, because several years ago it would have been like, and now it's like, okay, I know to take a moment and just
Oh, no,
breathe.
I would have offloaded. I would have blamed him. It's not my fault. Well,
Yeah.
you said this to me like
Mhm.
3 days
Mhm.
ago, and that's
Yep.
why. I'm like, no, that's not
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
would have
true.
been bringing something up from like 2014. It's like, wait, what's
Exactly.
going on? I just said hello to you.
Exactly.
How was your day?
Exactly. Hmm.
Number three, do you have any recommendations on a coping mechanism for someone who has difficulty regulating their emotions?
Yeah, I yes, and someone that knows that they have that difficulty regulating emotions, I think one of the things to start with is, what are you feeling? What emotion are you feeling? Name that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
What what are you feeling? And then from there, so you can go a little bit deeper, and where am I feeling this emotion in my body, right? Like if I'm feeling here, I'll use myself an example again. I was feeling anxious, right, about an hour ago, right? I feel anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where am I feeling anxious? It's for me, it's usually like in the pit of my stomach, like right at the solar plexus, like right there, spot on, right there. I'm like, okay, I am feeling anxious. I feel it in my stomach. Um, and for someone who is unfamiliar with their own, with what works for them, I always recommend just start with breathing, start with breath work, because you always have it. You don't need special like mats. You don't need crystals. You always have your breath. And to that person, once they name that emotion, identify where in their body they feel that emotion, whether it's tightness or if it's heat, if it's cool, any sensation that is associated with that emotion, I would advise them just to place their hand so they have that somatic connection. I'm just putting it on my shoulder. I know I said anxious was on my stomach, but you can't see my stomach. So if they're feeling pressured, right? Just if they're feeling pressured, they're feeling stressed. The weight of the world is on their shoulders, right? So I would advise them to place their hands on their shoulders, or they could just do one shoulder at a time and then just breathe into that space. Close their eyes and take 3 to 5 breaths into that space. No thoughts, no affirmations, just breathing into that space and see how that does. And I got scared for a second because it was just me on the screen. Uh, can you, it's, nope. Okay. Tracy, where'd you go? Toby, we're doing so good.
Another interesting thing, when my daughters say to me that they're overwhelmed, I'll ask questions like, "Did you sleep? You know, did you get something to eat? Right? Did you
Mm,
take a shower? Did you get a cup of coffee? Right?" So those are some other techniques that I tell and advise my daughters to do when they get overwhelmed and kind of have to figure out why they're feeling the way they're feeling. Well, that was our last question. And as we've been talking, is there anything else that you have forgotten about or want to share with the listeners? The floor is yours.
okay, sure. I actually, you went away twice, so I actually wasn't sure how much of the last answer actually came up. So, Um, yep. Okay, great. Cool. So, for me, I don't think I missed anything. I mentioned pretty much everything I wanted to, but if it's okay, I would just love to lead us in a somatic send off, just as a thank you for your time and to just, if anyone's listening, just to follow along if that's okay.
All right, perfect. Go
All
ahead.
right, beautiful. So, to anybody, just if you are sitting, I just invite you to place your feet flat on the floor. And we are going to take our hands and just raise them up with your palms facing up to the ceiling. You can go as high or as low as you want. And just acknowledge what is here. There is divine power here, God, Goddess, Spirit, Source, whatever you would like to call it. And just take a deep breath in through your nose, pause and give thanks, and then release through your mouth with a sigh. And then bring your palms to the ground. Just point them to the ground. You don't have to touch it. Just go as low as you would like. And notice what is here. There is grounding energy. There is the energy of our ancestors, of people who came before us. There are the little bugs, the micro movers of this earth. And just acknowledge what is here. Take a deep breath in, pause and give thanks, and release with a sigh. And then I invite everybody to spread your arms out wide as if you are going in for a hug, and you can see that our hands are off the screen. So I like to think that we are connected with each other. We are connected through our humanity, our experiences, our sadness, happiness, anger, everything that makes us human, we are connected. Just take a deep breath in, acknowledge and give thanks, and breathe out. And then just turn our attention inwards, and you can place both hands on your chest. And just notice what is within. There is love here. Notice what makes you, you, your thoughts, your actions. And even on a physical level, your cells, your organs, whatever image you have been created in. Let's take a moment and give thanks. Take a deep breath in and out. And so we say we are one, we are connected, and we are blessed to experience each day and every day with love, fulfillment, and joyful purpose. And so it is.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was wonderful having you on this journey. Thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule since you still have your nursing job as well. And thank you for all that you do as a nurse. It's people just don't realize how hard nurses work.
Yeah, and no matter what kind of nursing you do, you are still a nurse.
Mhm.
And, there's a lot of ways to give thanks. So, but even just a simple thank you is means the world to us. And especially from the people that we care for, that they appreciate us and all of our work that we do. Oh, tomorrow is actually, yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday, May 6th, is the beginning of Nurses Week. So if you work with a nurse, know a nurse, tell them Happy Nurses Week this week.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, my